Anyone remember me here from high school? Oh, that's good. So, I sort of got into hiding for a while because I'm afraid that some of my students might remember me and like have some bad associations and want to beat me up. You know, I'm pretty scared. But anyway, I think I failed as an English teacher, you know. I don't think I taught my kids anything, really. I had to have some concreting done at my house. And guess what? Some of my students showed up. And they remembered me. And these guys, you know, little Tim showed up. And I said, "Hey Tim, how you going?" "Hi Tim." And he goes, "Oh, g'day sir, I remember you, you're my English teacher." And I said, yeah, you can call me Jeff, alright?" And he goes, "No sir, I'm going to call you sir, I'm going to call you Mr. Tabley." That made me feel really good about myself, you know, felt like I wasn't such a failure. So, you know, you guys know what I mean? Any teachers here? No? Okay. Alright, you know, if you're a parent, who here is a parent? Yeah, we got a couple of parents, alright. Who's got parents here? Yeah, they love me. Most of them, there's a few up there, I think there might be aliens, you know. Well, they might not remember that they got parents, or some of them are parents here, I'm sure. You just don't know that you're parents. Yeah, I know, some of you forgot. And, you know, I'd forgotten that I've got kids on occasion myself. And so anyway, the concreters show up, and what could go wrong? You know, a team of concreters, and they said, "Oh, you're my teacher too, sir," you know, one after the other. Had a whole classroom full of concreters. What can go wrong? These guys, tats all over their legs, over their arms, on their necks, on their face. You know, these guys, they could lift like 200 kilos without training. So they could squash me like a bug at any moment. So I'm being really nice to them. I'm sitting out the back, watching these students of mine screeting the concrete. That's what you do, you screed it. You heard of that? It's like pushing the concrete, you know, it's really heavy stuff. So I'm drinking my cup of tea, looking at my English students. One of them says, "Hey sir, you know, we couldn't do English, but we can screed concrete." "Shut up," said the next one. He said, "You can't do English and you can't screed concrete. Get back to work." So they're doing their concreting, and I'm thinking, man, maybe I'm not such a failure as a teacher after all, you know. And so Timmy comes up to me and he says, "Sir, is there anything else you need?" And I said, "No, Tim, I'm so proud of you, mate." And he said, "You remember you gave me a reference, sir?" And I said, "Yeah." I went back to my memory and I remembered I gave Tim a reference. And so I remember pulling out his report card, which was more really like a rap sheet of a criminally insane. First thing, let's see Timmy's report card, okay? Timmy's. Well, Timmy's been in a bit of trouble. And he's been stealing the teacher's car from the car park. Alright, that would make him a good electrician. Alright, auto electrician, suited to the trades. Yeah, dealing drugs in the toilet. Very entrepreneurial, Tim. Bullying others. Yeah, got leadership qualities. Pathological liar. Great lawyer. Cheating in exams. Yeah. Copying other people's work and passing it off as his own. Yeah. Copywriter. Pranking teachers by putting grease on the toilet seat. Yeah, lateral thinking. Argumentative, will not take no for an answer. Standover tactics. Great politician. Laziness and apathy. That's a hard one, isn't it? Laziness and apathy. Well, shows good potential. Suited to further education. So, young Timmy, I'm proud of you, mate. I am a positive parenter, I'm a positive teacher. That's my motto. Positive parenting. Never take no for an answer. Remain positive. Good boy, Tiny Tim. I'm proud of you. That's all right, sir, Mr. Tabley. And that's what I remember. Stay positive. I'm a positive parent too, you know. I do positive parenting. You know, not only did I forget that I had children once, well, I forgot that my child was in the next room, and you know, you're supposed to not leave them in the cot for too long. So what happened, I finally woke up one day, a few hours late, and I heard some laughing coming from the next room. I'm a parent, that's right. So I go into my little daughter's room, and there's an almighty stench when I walked in, and I had a look, and my daughter had got finger painting and done it all over the wall, but being short of materials and having a full nappy, she decided that she'd use a poo. And so I go, wow, darling, good to see you. Sorry I slept in a bit. What's that? She said, I did a picture of you, Daddy, in poo. I said, wow, darling, that's wonderful. And so, anyway, we have an electrician coming around to the house to install new electrical sockets in that wall. And he comes in and he says, hi, little girl, how are you? And so little Alex goes, I'm good, guess what? I did a poo, and I did finger painting with it on the wall. And he looks at me and I said, it's all right, we've cleaned the wall, and so there's no more mural on the wall. Maybe it was a pooral, but we've cleaned it off, all right? So young Alex is there watching the work going on, and I've always believed in being a positive parent, and so we take the kids around to their relatives' place, okay? And they get so excited when they go to their relatives. I've got 4 children, would you believe? 4. 2 aren't mine, but I've adopted them. So 2 are black and 2 are white. No joke. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? So I've got 2 black kids, 2 white kids. I tell some people that, and they say, you can't call them black. And I said, what, can I call my white kids white? What do I call them? They want to be called black. So anyway, that's an aside. True story. Anyway, so my little boy gets so excited when he arrives at his cousin's place. He's like bouncing up and down. Oh, I can't wait to play with the family. And he's got to do a poo. So guess what? Being a positive parent, I've always said you can tell poo and wee jokes. You don't have to tell smutty jokes. But poo and wee in the toilet, that's about as far as we go. So that's fine. So young David, he decides he's going to do a poo, and he sniffs out where he could go. It smells like a toilet. So he goes and he poos right in his favourite uncle's shoe. And he goes and plays with his little cousins. So Jerry comes along, and he has a little sniff around. It smells like poo around here. And he picks up his shoe and he goes, gee, I hope no one smelt this shoe. This really stinks. He says, and he has a look, and he said, it looks like poo and it smells like poo. There is a poo in my shoe. So he puts it down, and this is a teaching moment for a positive parent. So I take little David aside and I said, come over here, David. We're going to do a little story together. And it's with the cat in the hat and the poo in the shoe. So I sat down and I said, this cat in a hat one day was looking to do a poo. He looked here, he looked there, he looked everywhere. He didn't want to do it in the sink. He couldn't do it in a drink. What do you think? So young David said, no, you can't do a poo in a shoe, or in a drink, or in the sink. So the cat in the hat said, we should do the poo in the loo. What do you think, David? Yeah, we'll do a poo in a shoe. No, we'll do a poo in a loo. So that was my positive parenting, and that's what I've learned, to put your thoughts into action. And that's my, what is the name of the story?
The thought that counts.
The thought that
It's
counts.
obviously very evident.
That's the thought that counts. So remember, when you're parenting, when you're teaching, stay positive, man. I'm assertive, Jeff, now. I used to be passive. Now I'm assertive. Thank you.